Hello everyone. In the last lecture we have seen that I have created a login page, but I have shown you the source code. I did not explain anything in it. I have just shown you that how it can be written and how it can be run. But in this video I will explain to you that what I did and what are the effects of every code I have written here. First of all, you need to understand that this is a HTML, so first thing you will do is you will put the content. I mean, in my video I have started by putting a style and all the settings of the style and CSS, but in your case, since you are doing from the start, you need to put the content in the body first. Like what? That first of all you need to put an image. I have put an image there. You can see that it is a logo image. It is there, the hitcom written here. It is the logo image. First of all you have to put this image. We will settle down everything. We will put and we will place everything properly once you have put it on your web page. So first of all you need to put the content, then you start to place it at any place you want. So first of all I have put image here, you can see. So you don't have to write this style here, you just have to put image, and then once your image is visible on your web page, then you can put the style and you can show the width of your photo. Like I have put the width of 90 px means pixel here, so my photo will be 90 px. Suppose that if I change it and make it 150, then you will see the significant change. I have to save it and then I have to run it again, and you will see that my photo is bigger now. So basically what happens when you put the style, you put the style and you write any code related to your content and it will change according to it. I have written 150, so now it is bigger for 150. If you will put it for 100, it will be 100. So first of all you have to put the content, only then you have to start formatting it. So I have put the photo first, only then after I will put the style. And you don't have to mention style here, you can mention it here also, but you need to remember that you have to enter code for your content. Put image, put anything, and then start formatting it. Don't just start formatting first and then put the content. No, it will mess your program up. So here I have put content and then I have put a style, and I have put the margin left. Margin left means the photo will be visible a bit right side, because I have put the margin left means the left margin of this photo will be increased. I have put it here 2%, means it will be increased by 2%. If there is no margin, suppose I have put it 0, then the photo will be more on the left side. Why? Because the margin is not there anymore. But if you want it on the bit of the right side, you have to increase the left margin. I have increased it by 2%. So now you can see the photo is back on its place, on its previous place. Now I have put here ahref. Ahref means, I've told you in my previous lectures that ahref is anchor tag with hyperlink reference, which gives you a link. So here I have given you ahref and then written it home. So you can see the home written here, and I have done the same for the contact us, about us, and help. I have applied a font family on it, Rockwell. You can put any font family and it will be changed to it. You know the font family, the handwriting. You can put any font family you want. Suppose I have put it Blackadder ITC. You need to put a space. You need to enter the same name as the font has. If you have entered the wrong name, the font will not be changed. I have put Blackadder ITC. You can see my font of home has changed to Blackadder ITC. So this is what happens when you do it. Next thing, I will put it, I will just undo it again because I don't want to change any font. But you have seen that I have put a style here, I have put a style here. So you can put any style of your any content right then and there in its own tag. I have done it in the image, I have done it in the Ahref, and I have applied the same thing, margin left, because I wanted on the this side. So I have applied margin left 60%. Here I have given it 2%, but here I have given it 60%. Why? Because 2% will move it only this, but 60% will move it, move the home from all the way to the here. So this 60%, suppose I have done it 50%, then the home will be less on the right side. You can see it has moved to here from somewhat here. So I will do it back 60 and save it. I have done the same for the others, font family Rockwell. Next thing I have put here is label and input type. Label here is nothing special. Whatever you write in label, it will be written here as it is. It will do nothing special. But input type means you will put a form entity here. Form entity means input type text box or checkbox or a radio button. You have seen all of it. Whenever you fill an admission form or any form online, you see this type of input things, like you have to enter data on online, so you will put your name into text box. So I have applied text box here, input type text, and I have given it class. I will tell you why I have given it. But first I have written the labels, then I have put text box here and here. There are two text box, you can see first input and second input. And you might have noticed by now, but if you didn't, I'll tell you that I have given all these in different divisions. Why divisions? Because I want to make section of everything. Means you don't want to mess up things like suppose that I have given you 5 different things and 5 different columns. So you will not keep all the 5 things together. You will keep 5 things in the 5 different columns. Why? So that you can differentiate which one I want to pick up, which one I don't want to pick up. So that will be much clearer to you if they are separated in different categories. So here I have applied division on everything. Why? Just because that if I want to apply something on some content, I will apply it on division, not on the separate content. Suppose that if I have to apply something on this input and on this input, but I have to apply it twice. No, I will apply both of them in a single division, and then I will apply the setting on the division. It will be applied automatically on the content inside the division. That will be much helpful. Instead of doing it 4 or 5 times, I will do it only once in the division setting and it will be fine. Like I have applied margin left minus 20 px. Minus 20 px means I want it much left position in this division. Suppose I have done different numbers, obviously it will be moved by the number given here. Now you can see that this division and this division, here I have put all of these in a single division and I have given it class login. Here the real work start. Means if you want to apply some settings on these things, on this division or anything in this thing, so you will here give them a class called login. You can give any name you want. Login is my name given by me. You can give your own name here, it doesn't matter. But as soon as you given login of the class name here, then you will shift to the style tag and you can see I have put login here. So basically what I'm trying to do here is that first I will put content and I will put them in a division. Then I will put any class name on the division, and then I will apply the settings in a style tag regarding to that name I have given to the division. So here there I have given the class name login. So I will apply it by dot login, because I have explained to you in previous lectures that class will be denoted by dot. So it will be dot login. Here I have applied few settings like box shadow. What is the box shadow? Box shadow is the outline you can see here. I mean, I hope that you are noticing it, and that there is outline here, and this is the box shadow. And in the box shadow you apply different things like the blurriness of the shadow and the position on the left or top of that shadow. So you will change this value. Suppose I have done it 10 px instead of 1. So you will see the shadow will be moved a bit further. Here you can see that shadow is bit further now, and here it is already dissolved. Why? Because the shadow was placed right behind the box, but now it is bit moved on the right, so it is not visible here since it is behind the box now and it is moved. Now I have done it again for the one. That will be much better because I want to see the shadow on the both ways. Second, these are the same thing. This one was moving the shadow on the right, but this one will move the shadow on the top or bottom. Suppose I have done it 20 or 15. Now you will see the shadow will be bit down because there is no shadow up here, because it is moved down now and it is hidden behind this box. So basically these numbers are for moving the shadow, and this one here is for the darkness of the shadow, how much blurry it will be or how much dark it will be. Then RGBA, this is the color of the shadow. You can put any color of your shadow by applying the value here of the RGB, red, green, blue. You will apply different values and you will see the changes. Like suppose I have applied 255 and 255, that will be white. The color code are extended to 255, so I have applied the maximum color code, and you will see the shadow is white because the 255 255 255 RGB value of 255 is white, and RGB value of 000 is black. So you can apply different colors here as you wish. I have applied black, and this one is the opacity of color, means how much dark color will look, the color you have applied, how much filled it will be, how much less transparent it will be. So I have applied 0.57. Next are the same thing, margin and background color. Padding here is the same thing. Padding means margin was moving your whole content to the left or top or bottom or right, but padding is the thing that moves your content inside. Means suppose you are sitting in a vehicle, so margin will move the vehicle, but padding will move you inside a vehicle. Means vehicle will be still, but you will move here or there according to your padding. So I hope you understood by that reference. So padding will move a content here. Suppose I've applied padding 150. So my box will be like this, but the inside of the padding means the border of the box and the content, the distance between them will be increased by padding. It will affect the size of the box. Margin will not affect the size. Margin will only move the box, but padding will affect the size since it is moving the content further to the box shadow. Now border radius is simple thing. It is to sharpen the curves. The less the border radius is, the more sharp the edges of our box. Here I have applied border radius of 15 px, so my box will be a bit curvy. But if I have applied it 0, then my box will be sharp. It is less noticeable here since I have not applied box shadow much, but box border radius will only make your edges of the content sharp. Width will obviously increase the width. Font family means everything that is written between the login, means everything that is put between the logins, username, password or anything else that will come inside the login will have font family, which is Rocket Rinder. So I hope you understood that whatever you apply in this login will be applied automatically on every content that comes under the division of login. Opacity 0.8. I have applied the 0.8 opacity, means the contents will be less dark and more transparent. Position absolute, it will make your content you can say more static, less movable. Then color white, whatever I will write will be written in white. Color applies, color denotes here is font color. If only color is written, means it is font color. Font size is 25, letter spacing 5 px, that is space between your letters. Second, what I need to show you most importantly is that others are the same thing. Like login, you can apply the same things to the others. Suppose that .fn, wherever you have applied the .fn, means fn class, this setting will apply on that fn class content, where I have applied fn class here. So all that I have written in fn will be applied on this thing. Second, the main thing I need to show is fn focus. What is fn focus? This focus here means the fn will have the simple settings like this, but as soon as I click on the fn content, what is the fn content here? Fn content is input type, that is the content of fn. So it has the simple settings of this fn, but as soon as I click on them, this setting will apply. Means focus means what happens when you click on the content. This is the normal content and this is the clicked content. So as soon as I will click the focus fn, as soon as I will click the fn class content, the bottom color, means bottom border color, will be changed to this color. Let's do it. Right now it is white, but as soon as I click it, means I focus it, it will turn into green, because I have given the setting here. You can change any setting you want. You want to apply a blue color, you can give it, and it will be turned to blue as soon as I focus on it. I hope you understood that. Next thing, the main thing here is hover. Like we apply focus, the same way apply hover. Hover means it's a simple thing. Whenever you move your mouse, you do not click, you just move your mouse around something, that will be called hover. So every setting you want to be applied when you move your mouse around your content will be written in hover. You can put any class and then colon hover. You just have to write colon hover colon focus, and it will take the setting regarding to that content. Suppose I have done it here, a colon hover, means whenever I will move my mouse around the content of a tag is this. So whenever I will move my mouse around the content of a, this setting will apply. Letter spacing will increase to 1. Background color will change, background RGB color will change. Let's do it. On the a, you can see the background color is bit gray and letter spacing is increased to 1, because I am moving my mouse there, I am not clicking on it. The focus thing applied here for the click, but the hover thing applied on this thing. So this was the little explanation of what I did. I will explain other codes in the next lecture, since it is much longer than expected. So this lecture will end here, and I will explain the rest of it in the next lecture. So I hope you understand everything, and this will sum up this lecture. I hope you understood everything. Thank you so much.